Hello, friends, and welcome to today's magical story time. Have you ever wished that your drawings could come to life? What if the animals, flowers, and colorful worlds you create on paper could jump right off the page and become real? Today's story is about a creative child, a busy gray city, and a very special paintbrush. But this story is not only about magic, it is about imagination, teamwork, and the power that lives inside every child. So get comfortable. Let your imagination wake up and step into a city where colors are waiting to shine. Let's begin. The magical paintbrush in a tall, busy city full of gray buildings and noisy streets. There lived a little boy named Leo. Leo loved to draw. While cars honked and people rushed past each other, Leo would sit by his window with his sketchbook. He did not see the gray walls or the cracked sidewalks. He saw dragons flying between rooftops. He saw giant trees growing from the middle of the road. He saw bright rainbows stretching across the sky. But in real life, the city looked dull. The park had dry grass. The walls had no color. Even the playground felt quiet. One afternoon, while exploring his grandmother's old art closet, Leo found a long wooden box covered in dust. Tiny stars were carved on the lid. Curious, he opened it. Inside lay a paintbrush. It was unlike any brush he had ever seen. The handle shimmered softly, and the bristles sparkled silver in the light.
Leo picked it up. A warm feeling rushed through his fingers.
"That's strange," he whispered. He ran to his desk and opened his sketchbook. With the magical brush, he painted a small red bird. The moment he finished the last feather, the page shimmered. The bird blinked. Then it fluttered right out of the paper.
Leo gasped.
The tiny bird flew around his room, chirping happily. "It's alive!" Leo shouted, excited. He painted a fluffy brown puppy. The puppy stretched, jumped out of the page, and licked Leo's face. Leo laughed so hard he almost fell off his chair. "This brush is magical!" he said. The next morning, Leo had an idea. He looked out at the gray city.
What if I bring color outside? He thought.
He took his sketchbook and the magical brush to the small park near his building. The park was quiet. Only 2 children were sitting on a bench. Leo sat on the grass and painted a giant sunflower, bright yellow petals. A tall green stem. He tapped the page gently. The sunflower shimmered and popped into the ground beside him. The 2 children jumped in surprise. "It's real!" one of them shouted. Leo smiled and painted more flowers. Soon, the dull grass was covered with bright colors. Then he painted a sparkling blue fountain. With a splash, water began dancing in the center of the park.
More children gathered.
"Can you paint a slide?" a little girl asked.
Leo nodded. He painted a tall, twisting slide.
It appeared instantly. The children cheered and ran to play. The park filled with laughter. Parents stopped to watch. People smiled at each other. For the first time in a long time, the park felt alive. But suddenly, dark clouds rolled over the city.
A strange gray mist began spreading through the streets.
As it reached the park, the flowers began to fade. The fountain slowed down. The slide lost its shine. Leo felt scared. The mist grew taller and darker. It looked like a giant shadow made of sadness. People stepped back nervously. Leo held the brush tightly. "I won't let you take the color away!" he said bravely. He opened his sketchbook and painted a huge golden sun. He tapped the page. The sun rose into the sky, shining bright light across the park.
The shadow shrank a little, but it did not disappear. Leo realized something important.
The brush could create things, but it could not fight sadness alone. He turned to the other children. "Draw with me," he said. The children hesitated. Then one boy drew a rainbow. A girl drew butterflies. Another child drew smiling stars. Leo touched each drawing with the brush. One by one, they came to life. The rainbow stretched across the sky. Butterflies fluttered everywhere. Stars sparkled brightly. The children laughed together. The park filled with joy. The gray shadow trembled. It grew smaller and smaller. Finally, it faded away completely. The sun shone warmly again. Leo looked around. The magic was not just in the brush. It was in the children's creativity. It was in their teamwork. From that day on, Leo did not use the brush alone. Every weekend, he invited children to the park to draw together. They painted trees, animals, playgrounds, and colorful murals on empty walls. The city slowly changed. Gray buildings became bright with art. Parks became full of life. People began to smile more. One evening, Leo noticed the brush no longer glowed. It looked like an ordinary paintbrush. He felt quiet for a moment, but then he smiled. Because the children were still drawing, they were still imagining. And the city was still colorful. Leo understood the truth. The real magic was never in the brush.
The real magic was inside every child who dared to imagine.
And in that once gray city, imagination continued to paint the world bright. What a wonderful adventure that was. This story teaches us something very important. Sometimes the world around us may look dull or gray, but with creativity, courage, and kindness, we can add color and joy to any place. The magical paintbrush helped at first, but in the end, the true magic came from imagination and working together. And that is something every single one of us has inside. So keep drawing, keep dreaming, keep believing in your ideas. Because your imagination has the power to brighten the world. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories. Until our next magical story, keep your creativity shining bright.